Amy Schumer's back. We all loved her in Unfrosted. And here she is with another Netflix exclusive called Kinda Pregnant. And it kinda sucks. Joking. I'm joking, of course. No, it fully sucks. Let's talk about it I think it'll be a spoiler review. There's no reason to hold back on this one. I knew I was in for something really special when I saw this was a straight-to-streaming film. And then I knew extra doubly special when I saw that Happy Madison production thing come on the screen. Synonymous with quality film, I can assure you. I'm going to be laying on a lot of sarcasm in this video, but Happy Gilmore, I feel like I have to say, is one of my favorite comedies. Outside of that, though, Sandler and his production studio have put out crap after crap. And make no mistake, Kinda Pregnant is crap. Before I spread myself onto the table and birth out what will surely be the greatest review you've ever heard in your life, if you wouldn't mind just tapping that subscribe, maybe getting a burp out of it, we're doing like pregnancy analogies here, I would appreciate it. And hit the notification bell so these show up in your feed. Amy Schumer plays Lainey Newton, who's an awful lot like Amy Schumer is. They both are obsessed with their vaginas and everything that comes and goes in them. But Lainey also is really obsessed with having a baby. Ever since she was a wee little one, she has dreamed of one day becoming a mother. Well, an opportunity has presented itself in the form of her boyfriend, who she thought was going to propose to her at a fancy restaurant, but it turns out, just like every hoodwink, the boyfriend was actually only asking for a threesome. We've all been there, ladies. We've all been there. She's not happy about it. And so she throws a fit in front of everyone, stuffs her face full of cake, looks like a complete monster, even with the cake on top. And then she runs out of the place. To make matters worse, her best friend Kate, played by Jillian Bell, is actually pregnant. Lainey, being the supportive friend that she is completely jealous. She can't even stand to be in the same clothing kids department as her friend. But that's when she cooks up a bun in her oven in the form of an idea. She finds one of those fake labor bellies. She straps it to herself, puts on a dress just to see how she would look if she was pregnant. And I have to say, Amy, you're absolutely glowing. And the rest of the folks she comes into contact with seem to think so as well, as she's treated like royalty wearing this thing, giving her the idea, prompting in her little brain, hey, ding, I should just pretend to be pregnant. What's the worst that could happen? And so hilarity is surely not going to ensue as we watch a terrible, selfish individual pretend that she's a mother-to-be. A single mom, so she gets double brownie points. Not long after this ruse starts, though, she meets a new gentleman in her life named Josh. He's played by Will Forte. They have some very funny banter, and by funny I mean terrible banter at a coffee shop. And it's at this moment I thought to myself, you know what? She's gonna be okay. She wasn't wearing her fake belly at the time, so I thought to myself, well, you don't need to play the part anymore. You met a guy, you got some sparks, and oh, they're just gonna go their separate ways, fine. But as luck would have it, Lainey meets another pregnant person at some sort of a birthing exercising place where they're actually releasing farts from their buttholes. That's pretty much verbatim what they say. And yes, we get fart sounds throughout. Laugh. Megan and Lainey hit it off, becoming the best of friends. And then things take a very unexpected, very expected turn when it turns out Josh, the guy she met at the coffee shop, is the brother. What are the odds? Well, for a stupid rom-com, I would imagine the best odds you could possibly get. Josh sees that Lainey's pregnant. Thinks it's a little wild how quickly she gained about 25-30 pounds, but he goes with it. So from this point forward, Lainey has made a really good friend. She has instantly connected with a new love interest, and she's pretending to be pregnant. How can she possibly get out of this situation? If there was only a way for a woman to lose a child, perhaps in a pretty tragic way that would even earn them more sympathy. Oh wait, there is. It's called a miscarriage. But Lainey, in her infinite wisdom, forgets that that exists. And she's gonna continue playing the pregnant part for no reason at all. And so we have to sit with this stupid woman for another excruciating hour, while she has to constantly switch between being pregnant and not. Because again, in class, she's not pregnant. But oh, her friend shows up at the classroom. Quick, what can I grab? Oh, there's a random ass balloon floating in the ceiling. Now I'm pregnant, and this doesn't look obvious at all or make any noise. Oh, I'm at a massive baby shower. What can I get now? There's a giant turkey to put under. This doesn't look awkward. It's so stupid. So there's no sense of reality, meaning there's nothing funny to connect to, because when people do zany things in a real world, okay, they stand out. That's hilarious. I can relate in a sense. But when stupid people do insane things in a world that makes no sense, it's just nothing. Let me give you a perfect example. Lainey at one point goes to her classroom, has a little bit of a midlife crisis freak out, where she takes the students' booklets off their desks, throws them in a trash can, and lights it on fire. But before the school is forced to evacuate, she cusses constantly like a sailor, goes to her whiteboard, and starts teaching kids what a threesome is. Just moments before this, it's been established that every student has a smartphone, yet no one thought to take one out during this freak fest and record some of it, nor does she face any consequences for this at all. In fact, it's never brought up again. There's another friend at this school named Fallon, who's a guidance counselor. Ursula Carlson plays this person. I don't know who that is, but she's essentially a really crappy version of Melissa McCarthy from Bridesmaids. All she does is walk around and vape, say inappropriate things, dry hump the air. Like, she truly is just a cosplay of Melissa McCarthy's character, done in the worst way possible. And also, schools, I guess, are just scraping the bottom of the barrel for teachers at this point, because she's just openly vaping in the hallways, being incredibly inappropriate with the students. The whole thing is just a complete shit show. I was expecting the worst going into this movie. I don't find Amy Schumer's humor all that particularly funny, but I was willing to give this one a chance. And I will say, there were maybe 3 or 4 moments in this hour-and-a-half production that I got a couple chuckles out of. It's not a complete stinker from front to back, but again, you're spending 90 minutes. I would hope that they could make something land. And a few times I did find myself going, okay, that was kind of funny. But that's intermingled with all the terrible stuff. There's bad writing up and down this thing. It's incredibly cliche. The main character is very unlikable to the point where I'm actively rooting against her. But of course, it's a paint-by-numbers comedy, so everything's going to work out just fine for her in the end. She gets the guy. She keeps the friend. No consequences at all at school. Happy ending, right? Wrong, because I wasted my time watching this trash. Production-wise, just a bunch of crap songs thrown together. Visually, it's about as stale as it can get. No cinematic quality to it. Comedy can still look pretty. This looks flat and empty. But I think at this point, everybody's in on the joke. If you're making a straight-to-streaming film, you already know you don't give a shit. You're cashing your check, you're making some easy money, and you walk on to the next thing. And that's exactly how this one feels. I also believe I peeped a little Adam Sandler family cameo from the daughter and his wife. I might be wrong, but this is Happy Madison, and he does like to put his friends and family in his film. So good for them. They get a nice little check for that, and they can be on their way. Meanwhile, I'm still at home, torturing myself, watching all of this trash. All right, that's my thoughts on Kinda Pregnant. It's really bad. Let me know yours, though. Were you watching this thinking, oh my gosh, this is the funniest film I've seen in ages. Comedy's back. Or were you like me and you thought, man, there used to be a little bit of a dance. There used to be an art to this. And speaking of great comedies, I'm going to be talking about one on my Patreon at patreon.com/AdamDoesMovies called Tropic Thunder. I'm sure most of you watching have seen it or at least familiar with it. But I'm going to give a recap because I just rewatched the movie. I still think it's fantastic. So you can sign up for free over there and be a member at patreon.com/AdamDoesMovies. That is going to be a free review exclusively over there. And as you sign up at higher tiers, you get access to even more exclusive reviews. Plus my MegaCon vlog, which is coming out at the end of the month. That's a monthly thing as well. So definitely check that out if you want to support this channel. You can leave a super thanks right under this video. Or you can check me out on Cameo. That's a new thing. Cameo. I'm everywhere now. All right, thanks for watching, and hopefully I see you next time. Take care. Thanks again for watching the video. If you wouldn't mind, I would appreciate it if you checked out patreon.com/AdamDoesMovies. That's where fans of my channel go to help support it. There are different tiers with different offerings, exclusives every month. We got multiple movie reviews, there's a vlog monthly, and even if you don't want to plop down $1 a month, you can just sign up for Patreon for free and become a member at no charge. Appreciate your time. Thanks.